I'm struggling. Good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning for me on the West Coast.
All right, Coach. It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Mother Aaron Rodgers.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Still throwing these picks, man.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now back to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Mixon with a first down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 13. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I got you.
Looking to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 27.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming.
2nd and 9 now.
He's checking.
And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
I got one.
Back to throw here. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here we go. Hey, come on. It's our time. 50's the mic. 50's
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Let's get it. Set, ready. 60 out low. Mike's 50. Mike, go small. Come on,
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Let's go, let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Check three, check three, check three.
And that's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Well, can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Number 16. A gain on the play. First down.
Get 300. Get 300.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Rodgers will try again on second down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Rodgers. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Now let's get there. Kill.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So not quite a first down just yet, as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. He's got daylight. The 20. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That a 92-yard kick return, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. But special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
A gain of 4.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Now a carry for Bernard. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 4. Check 4. Big dash. Big dash. Next one. Deuce. Jam.
On 3rd down, Nixon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 43.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Complete. Smith has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 2nd down now, Mixon, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Back. Check 31. No. Off. Go right. Tighten up.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Don't be scared of it. Under 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Scott Miller. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st down, here's White. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Drop deep.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's third down now. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught. This is White. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To try again after the sack. Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, 50. Hey, Charlie. Mike 50, Mike 50. He don't know no better.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 15.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete.
That's some bullshit, man. I'm holding damn triangle button,
22.
man.
Big hook up there,
so
forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, a run from White. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. There he goes, left side. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So an electrifying.
I didn't really see the point of that. You're already up, bro. I got 1 timeout left. You up by 2 scores. About to go up by 3. Still staying up by 2 scores. I had no chance of winning. I don't get it. You feeling a certain way from yesterday? Is that what it is?
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Ross. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check safety, check safety. Yeah, Liz. Box it.
Nixon will try the right side. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Hey, check 26.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Rodney Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion.
Jump out. Come on here, come get some. Here. Quickstone, travel. Check 15.
They'll let Mixon try to run it in. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run with Samuels. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh.